Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, in episode 44, we're bringing you a car from the Blue Oval, but not just any Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury, but a true legend, the Shelby GT500. So sit back, relax, and enjoy seeing a 2012 model coupe that has an owner with a very deep passion for these automobiles and obsessively preserving the car for his enjoyment and for all those who see it. So, let's go for a ride.
My name is Max Simon. I live in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I have a 2012 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. I had always been kind of a Mustang guy. I was always just captivated by the idea and the simplicity behind the car. You know, put a big engine in a small car with a manual transmission. It's kind of a recipe for success, if you ask me. So when I graduated college, I had decided that I wanted to get a real Mustang. I used to have a V6 at the time, so it kind of had the appearance of a Mustang, but didn't really have the performance to back it up, I guess you could say. So started looking around. I looked at Boss 302s and some of the regular GTs, and I decided that I kind of wanted to, I wanted to own a Mustang that would have sort of more of a heritage to it and that I could hold on for a long time. So ended up looking around and finding a Shelby out at a Mercedes-Benz dealer of all places in Peoria. And the funny thing is I didn't know how to drive stick at the time, so my dad actually had to take me up to Phoenix, test drive the car, and then drive it back down to Tucson where I lived at the time. So I learned how to drive stick on a 700 horsepower Shelby Mustang, which is kind of unique. Not a lot of people can say that. As far as the car is concerned, mechanically, it's got a 5.4 4-valve V8 supercharged. From the factory, it came with a 1.8 liter Eaton supercharger. I've since replaced that with a 2.9 liter Ford Racing Whipple unit. So I had it dynoed a couple months ago, and it's making about 740 to the tires, so it can be a little scary when you get after it, but it's kind of cool to tell people I have a 700 horsepower Mustang for sure. It's kind of a rare car too. I think for 2012, silver ingot metallic was the second rarest, only behind grabber blue. My particular car also has the performance pack, which means it comes with a 373 rear end. It's got 20-inch tires in the back, 19-inch in the front. It's got the Recaro racing seats, which are pretty cool. They'll hold you in your seat when you're going around corners. All in all, it's a pretty rare car. The only option that it doesn't have is navigation and glass roof, which, living in Arizona, I don't know if you'd really want a glass roof anyways, but it's a really fun car, and I plan on holding on to it probably for the rest of my life if I can. It's not one of those garage queens that you see all too commonly here in Scottsdale. It definitely gets driven to cruises and car shows. But it's been a lot of fun. It's the best car that I've ever owned, and I truly hope that I can have it for the rest of my life and just kind of preserve it and maybe pass it along to my children someday. I've driven it to Las Vegas before. I actually drove it to the Shelby factory, and it's kind of cool because when you get there, there's spots that say reserved for Shelby owners only, so I definitely had to take advantage of that. Pulled right up and walked in and got a lot of compliments from some of the workers there, some of the guys that were putting together these Shelbys that were much nicer than mine. I mean, these were brand new Super Snakes and everything, but it was kind of cool to road trip it to Las Vegas. I think I ended up spending about $200 on gas because supercharged V8 doesn't get the best gas mileage, but nobody's really counting that. So yeah, it was quite a fun trip. I've taken it up to Sedona a few times, and it's always fun to go around some of these windy roads through the mountains. But yeah, it's a fantastic car to drive. It's really a lot of fun.
Thanks, Max, for taking the time to share your beautiful Shelby with the world through our YouTube channel. If you love Shelbys, is this the model you'd own? Or if money was no object, which Shelby would it be? Leave a comment about this or Max's awesome ride. Give it a thumbs up, share it with other people, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss even a single episode. This Thursday, we'll have part 2 of a brief history of the Shelby GT500, now recognized as the world-class sports car in its 2020 edition. So until next time, be careful out there.